A group in Billings put together an art piece made up of paper cranes to be presented at what was the Heart Mountain Relocation Center during World War II. They chose the paper crane because it has become a symbol of hope and peace.
There we go.
Gary Parkins uses the Japanese art of origami for an art piece called The Gift of 1,000 Paper Cranes.
What we're trying to do is just learn from the experience, create awareness.
The art is part of the Global Peace Foundation's Cross-Community Reconciliation Project and was inspired when the group visited the Heart Mountain Interpretive Center earlier this year. More than 110,000, mostly Americans of Japanese descent, were interned shortly after the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941.
They were unjustly interned, then let go, but it completely upset their lives.
Alice Slugowski, pictured on the left, helped fold the cranes and was a toddler when her family was interned at Heart Mountain.
The culture was just very persevering, and they made the most of it. But on one side, they didn't have anything to go back to. Their livelihoods had been liquidated.
Parkins says Slugowski and State Senator-elect Mike Yakowicz's family folded most of the cranes, and Parkins put the cranes into an art piece.
The white lilies and the paper cranes are spiraling upward, and there's light. Light is there to symbolize hope.
The suitcase is Yakowicz's contribution and is symbolic of each internee entering the camp with one suitcase.
The only things they were allowed to bring are what they could carry in a suitcase, and they had a very limited amount of time in which to figure out what to do with their property, whether that was to sell it or find someone who would be a custodian of it.
Rebecca McKinley is among the Interpretive Center staff accepting the gift.
Pearl Harbor had a tremendous impact on the entire United States and especially the Japanese American community because of a lot of that racial prejudice. So it is fitting that we would get a gift of peace on a day that marks quite a terrible event in the United States history.
It was a tough situation, but we don't want it to fall by the wayside. We believe that preserving its memory is a good way not to make the same mistakes.
In Billings, David J., MTN News.